Hey guys, it's cold. So we're cold, we've slowed down. The fish probably have too.
Yeah. So what we're gonna talk about today is we're gonna walleye fish, but it's a massive cold front.
Yeah.
We got about 10-mile-an-hour northwest winds. Yesterday it was like 63, today it's 47. So we're gonna talk about slowing down your presentation, kind of doing a drag technique for walleyes. We're gonna be fishing some gravel or a couple rock humps, bigger boulders, but most of it's gravel humps. And the walleyes are post-spawn right now. We're at the water temp is 47, so super cold still, and it's mid-May. So we're gonna talk about when you need to slow down, why you need to slow down, and we're gonna catch some walleyes.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
We sure are, yeah.
All right, let's do it. enough jib jab. Here we go. Fish on. On the board here, first fish. Did not take us long. We got a nice little hump here at tops off at about 12 foot, and we're fishing the deep end 18. And we're just dragging really slow, and this is a really nice walleye. I can see him down there.
Oh yeah, he is.
I'm using 1/8 ounce Northland stand-up fireball jig, and Sarah's got 1/16 ounce, just a traditional fireball jig. And there we go. And that is what we're after. Not too shabby of a start right there. That's a nice fish. Beautiful walleye. Just really super slow. Anytime you got a cold front, slow down, go small, and really precise boat control is important to be on top of the structure where the fish are at, but that's a nice walleye.
Let's take a picture.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I have no idea.
You're out there? The fish are kind of out there.
So you want me to recast?
No, you're good.
Was he just a weight, or did he pick it up?
Nope, just a weight, but he held on to it for a while.
Really?
You don't have it recording? Yeah, you do. You're going.
Yeah, it's good. Your head's cut off a little, but
My head's cut off?
you're good.
That's the best part of me. That did not take long.
No, that was your next cast.
No, that was my next cast. Not as nice as the last one. This one might be an eater. We might be keeping this one.
Little guy?
Yeah. Do you want to keep him? You want to eat fish or no?
Well, I like fish.
Look at that. That's a perfect eater. As long as I can swing him in here. Whoa, come here, guy.
Now he's important.
Yeah, now he's very
We
important.
just decided we're
Get him in the
keeping
boat,
him.
guy. Look at that. Stand-up jig head is working perfect over top of that gravel. That's almost like a jumbo perch.
Yeah, he is.
We're gonna eat them. Slow drag, and you notice we're keeping our rods really close to the water. The reason for that is if you have it up here, the wind catches it and it's a lot tougher to feel. So you have that rod tip closer to the water, and constant contact with your jig is important, and just a slow drag, almost painfully slow. If you think you're going too slow, you're probably not. And if you think you're going too fast, you probably are. Those are two big keys when you're dragging. You want to go super slow. You're moving at about 6 to 12 inches and then stop, reel your slack in and start dragging again, but make sure you're always on the bottom. And those walleyes it'll feel like you snagged a leaf, or like you got a stick or something. It'll just be a weight. Normally they don't come up and pop it when you're doing this. It's just kind of a weight. Let them have it for about a second and then set the hook. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah! Way out there on the end of the cast. One thing that Sarah and I see a lot of people out here doing, this might be a smallie, I don't know.
Looks like there's a lot of weight there.
Yeah, when they're trying to fish away from the boat, they have too shorter rods. And the two big reasons for having a longer rod is you can get further casts, and the second thing is, it's a nice walleye, and the second thing is you get better hook sets because you pick more line up off the water faster because of the length of the rod.
So I have a question.
Yes.
If you wanted to just have a couple rods and not an arsenal like we do,
Yep.
what length of rod is best? Do you want a longer rod or a shorter rod?
Probably the best thing would be a 7-foot rod is probably your best all around. That's a nice walleye right there. But Sarah and I got a 7.5 and Sarah's tossing a 7.3. Hers is light action, mine's an ML, medium light. But that's a good question. If you're gonna try to get a rod that you can do a lot of stuff with, I'd go with the 7-foot medium. Good for bass, good for lake trout, good for walleyes. You can catch okay pike on it. Probably a little too small for musky stuff, but what we're doing and the lighter stuff, because of the cold front, you're gonna wanna go a little more sensitive rods. So we got medium, light, and light, and they're Kramer custom rods, but that's a nice fish right there.
That is a nice one.
Yeah. I got a fish on the way out here, guy. Oh my goodness.
You got one?
Yeah, way out there.
Is it a smallie?
I don't know. But it was a long ways. And that shows you how important a long rod is when you're fishing away from the boat. I was probably 50 yards out on that. That was a long hook set. This is not a huge fish.
Well, there he is.
There he is. It's a walleye. He's coming in real sluggish.
Charging the rig.
That fish has got all sorts of weird stuff going on him. Wait till you see this growth on his side. His gill's all messed up. He's battle hardened.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some kind of injury there, and there's like his wound is hanging off, poor guy. I might drop him here if I'm not too careful. But I tell you what, that stand-up fireball jig head is perfect. Sits right on top of that gravel, just like that. Hook is exposed, so it's not getting snagged in the rocks. So it looks pretty realistic down there too. That minnow stays nice and upright. It's catching some walleyes. Goofy looking dude, skinny. Look at that post spawn.
He is skinny.
That is just a skinny walleye. Oh. Yeah, I hate.
You want me to get the camera up?
Yeah, you just keep it right there. Sarah is suffering from a migraine right now, so there's not a whole lot of movement on her end.
Nope.
So I feel really bad for her because she gets bad enough where you get sick.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna catch this one myself and show it off for the camera, but that's another good quality walleye right there.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect. And we can't stress enough about the presentation that we're doing. We're going super slow. You're only moving it probably, what, 2 feet max for your whole entire kind of, as you drag your rod, you're doing about 6-inch increments. So you move it 6 inches, let sit, move it 6 inches, let sit. Take your rod tip back, reel in your slack, and then keep going. So your average cast is about 4 minutes long. By the time you cast it out and get it back to the boat, that's a nice walleye. So slow down, take your time, and these stand-up fireball jigs are the ticket. Ooh. Ooh, that's a better fish too. This is a dandy. Oh wow. What do we got here? What are you thinking, hon? Ooh, it's a dandy walleye. Wow. Real nice. Holy cow. Look at this. Right in the top snout again. Love it. Oh boy. Come on, buddy. Look at that. Nice fish. Yes, that's a dandy right there. Beautiful. As you guys can see, I did pretty well today. Sarah, not so much, but she has a horrible migraine and she gets these every now and then, so we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt today. Plus it's cold. She doesn't operate really well in cold. But the walleyes were biting today, and I want to touch base real quick on the 2 types of jig heads we were using. And the one that produced is the one that we use predominantly when we fish gravel and rocks, and that's a stand-up fireball jig head. You can see that jig head, when you bring it down, it wants to stand up like this, and that keeps that hook out of the rocks. You get a lot less snags with it, and it keeps that minnow in a perfect position when fish suck it in to get great hook sets. If you're fishing a lot of snags, bigger rocks, go with the stand-up. You're gonna get a lot more walleyes.